The definition of lurid is very vivid in color. I just punched myself with my microphone. It's nice and soft though, so I'm okay. Very vivid in color, especially so as to create an unpleasantly harsh or unnatural effect. Shocking or sensational terms, especially giving explicit details of crimes or sexual matters. Other similar words would be sensational, melodramatic, exaggerated, overdramatized, colorful, trashy, pulp, cheap, and tasteless. So I ask, why does author Peter Graham of Anne Perry and Crimes of the Century use such shocking and exaggerated and colorful language to describe the victim's body in this case? We don't need to be shocked more, Peter. Her daughter killed her with a brick and her friend helped. We get it. So when you use the word lurid and then you relate it to Julie Glamazina and Allison J. Laurie's book about a lesbian view, you're doing it with purpose. And this is my opinion. But the fact of the definition of lurid and then you describing the victim's blood as coagulated placenta and use words like oozing, you, sir, are being lurid. When you ignore the victim's history with her husband or not husband, because Honora was not married to Herbert. And she broke up a family because she knew Herbert was married and had 2 children and helped him hide from his first wife and only wife because he and Honora could not get married and his little sons by putting things in her name. So, and calling herself Honora Reaper so that they wouldn't find him so he could pay child support and alimony during a time in 1954 where we knew that women didn't usually work. And if they did, they made so little that it would not have supported their family. They were also looked down upon, no matter what reason was behind them now being a single mother. And everybody knew that. So he knew that. And Honora knew that when they began an affair at work. Yes, Hilda Hume had an affair with a man named Bill. These 2 women both were wrong having an affair. But if we're going to start nitpicking the way Peter Graham is, you're purposely leaving information out. You have 2 women who had affairs. And in the scheme of things, I'm going to say that Honora's affair, if you could call it worse, was worse because she helped this man run away from his responsibilities. And this man covered up the physical abuse that Honora committed against her children. 2 things can be true. Many things can be true at the same time. But yes, you can be a victim of a horrible crime and not deserve it. She didn't deserve this. But you can also still be a horrible person. And Honora was a horrible person. In films like Heavenly Creatures, the scene where she slaps her daughter once because she finds out her daughter at age 14 is found in bed with a college professor. So she's a minor, and this man had sex with her. And the age of consent at this time was 16. But ignoring all of that, she was a minor and he was an adult. So this is the type of woman that Peter Graham is purposely not giving details about, who's he is protecting, which I don't know why you would want to protect anybody who does anything wrong, especially against children. But this is the type of man who's using language like lurid. Don't look at this book by these 2 women that are academically inclined and professors and intelligent people. Don't look at them with facts. Look at me with all this salacious, tasteless, colorful, very vivid, lurid details. Because that's exactly what his book is. Filled with lurid, tasteless, falsified accounts, and any truths are twisted with words like these that he wants you to say, oh my God, look at all of this. Because then you won't be asking, well, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. He doesn't want to explain or give you the reality of the situation. Here are the facts. Because there's something to hide. We know these girls did it. We know they're guilty. So why are you trying to hide behind these words? Because you don't want to give the reality that these girls, especially Pauline, were abused and they were minors. So they are not to blame in many, many ways. Again, yes, they committed this crime, but their background gives an explanation. Because why would a best friend want to do this? It's more than just, oh, we'll never see each other again. And Peter Graham putting it that simply is insulting their intelligence, especially Ann Perry with 170 IQ, and you're insulting your readers. This is why I take such a huge offense to his book. You are not giving a truthful, accurate look to this case. And that in itself is a crime.